Hi guys, so this is the last stop of our Carlow videos. This is God's Acre, the Garden of Sleep, and this is actually a Quaker's burial, and we have a little dog in the background barking at us. Now there's not an awful lot in here, but it's, as I said, a place I've wanted to visit for a while. And you can hear we've lots of crows as well joining us, but we'll make our way first here and we'll read this stone. And we've a coat of arms there, or a crest, a family crest maybe, just above it. And it reads, "This stone is erected by Fielding Lecky Watson in loving memory of his father Robert Lecky Watson of Kilconnor and Lumclone, County Carlow, born 1836 and died in 1906. And as a memorial to the members of this Quaker family who settled at Kilconnor in 1620, and whose remains lie interred in this and Ballykeely burial ground, the following members of the said Robert Lecky Watson's family are laid to rest in this garden of sleep. His wife Constance Mary, born 1845, died in 1933. His daughter Kathleen Rose Fortescue, born 1875, died in 1905. His eldest son, Fielding Marriott John, born 1873, died 1943, of Allamont, County Carlow, who erected this tablet and gateway, the beloved husband of Isabel Cecilia Lecky Watson. His younger son, Netherton Langford, born 1874, died 1959, whose ashes were flown home from South Africa and laid between his brother and mother. And the above Isabel Cecilia Lecky Watson of Allamont, born 1883, died 1985, beloved mother of Diana and Corona." So very interesting, and I'd say that is the family crest there. So it's a very simple burial ground. I'm not sure if we have separate families here. It looks like we have. Now that one is extremely hard to read, but I do see a Diana Curtis, I think it is. Looks like 19 something there, I can't make it out. We have what looks like Corona Dean Nortney Watson, beloved wife of Gary North, 7th of July 1922 to 7th of February 1999, who dedicated her life to Altamont Gardens. We have a little stone there with sister. John Gareth North, 1912 to 1991, I think it is, beloved husband of Corona. Fielding Marriott John Lecky Watson, Isabel Cecilia Lecky Watson. Dates are very hard to read there, but I believe that's what we've read there on that plaque. Robert Lecky Watson, 1856 to the 1900s, and Constance, I believe that reads 1933, and youngest son then, and I can't read that, but I believe those were all named on that plaque. And we have just one on its own here, and this is the same. It can't be read, so I presume that is possibly why they put up that wall plaque. Now it could be also that there is more buried here, but it was just a little stop on our travels around Carlow. As I say, we've done quite a few here, and this is just one of those little stops I wanted to do. And as I said, it is a Quaker burial garden, God's Acre. Hi guys, so this is Ballin, just outside County Carlow, and this is a Quaker burial ground. The Leckie family are buried here. We've actually got some information. It says Quaker burial ground 1694 to 1867. It says the first burial here was of a 4-month-old Robert Leckie in 1694, the 11th child of Robert and Mary Leckie, who were the first of 5 generations to hold the Leckie seat at Ballykeely. Originally the Leckie family were Quakers, which explains why 26 members of the family are known to be interred in this graveyard. Now we have some lovely photos here, and I will put these up once we've edited. And it actually says the last burial here was in 1950, and it was Edith Leckie, aged 83, and before that in 1942 of a 34-year-old Molly Grace Nee Leckie, a section officer in the WAAF who was killed flying her plane in World War II. So they originated in Scotland, and Robert Leckie in the mid-1600s was the first in a long line of 5 generations to hold the Leckie seat at Ballykeely. So a lot of information there, and as I said, in edit I'll make sure to put up all that information. Now this is a place that I've wanted to come to for quite a while. My earlier videos, I kind of went to lots and lots of Quaker burial grounds. Ballykeely and Leckie graveyard, built in 1830. Ballykeely house was designed in the Tudor revival style. I will pop a photo up of Ballykeely house. It's now actually a hotel. The house was built for the Leckie family, who in the 1800s owned over 1,500 acres of land in this area. The village of Ballin developed due to the presence of this vast estate. The Leckie family were Quakers up until the late 1800s, and 26 members of the family are known to be buried in this Quaker burial ground. And it was in use until the 1950s. So let's have a look, see what we have in here. So it's actually a small enough burial ground, but sure, we knew that already, because the Quakers themselves are, they don't go all out for headstones or for burial areas. So you can see there straight away all the headstones are very, very alike. Here it says, in loving memory of Lieutenant Colonel Rupert Beauchamp Leckie, DSO, 20 to the 10th, 1908, and his wife Margaret Camilla Leckie, 1910 to 1961, and her eldest son Jasper St. Clair Leckie. He died in 2002. So in memory of Captain John Rupert Frederick Leckie, Royal Fusiliers of Ballykeely, only son of John Rupert, Robert and Florence Leckie, killed in action on the 28th of September 1915 in front of Coot Elamara, Mesopotamia, while attached to the 2nd Norfolk Regiment, laid to rest at the village of Safa on the banks of the river is a Tigre, and that would be, I think that's in Asia. And the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. Wow. So I'll have to see if I can find any more information on that. Any photos or anything we find in edit, we'll certainly put them up. Now unfortunately I don't know whether we will be able to see this. It's Edith anyway. Edith Alice, wife of Colonel Beauchamp Leckie, DSO, born January the 4th, 1867 and died March 1950. And you can see the way the little plots are with the stones around them. This says in memory of Colonel Frederick James Smith Lecky, third son of John Frederick and Frances Lecky, who died in Osborne House, Isle of Wight, the 25th of September 1906, aged 45, and rests in Whippichan Churchyard, or Whippingham maybe. It's hard to see. I think that might be a G, all right. Whippingham. Florence Mary, widow of Rupert Lecky. She passed in 1927. She was also of Ballykeely. This says in memory of Frances Lecky, widow of John Frederick Lecky, who died at Ballykeely, 9th of February 1920, aged 86 years. In memory of Major General Robert St. Clair Lecky, CMGCB, Royal Artillery, of Ballykeely, fourth son of John Frederick and Frances Lecky. Died 4th June 1940, aged 78. We have another plaque here, sacred to memory of John James Lecky Esquire, DL for the County of Carlow, born at Ballykeely, October 2nd, 1797. Died at Rome, February the 1st, 1878, and rests there in the English cemetery in the blessed hope of the, I think that's glorious immortality through the merit of the Redeemer Jesus Christ. Also Mary Elizabeth Adelaide, his only daughter, widow of Francis M. Watson, Dean of Lechlin, born at Ballykeely, died at Florence, March 10th, 1878, and laid to rest there in the New English Cemetery. This tablet was placed here by Sarah Lecky, the sorrowing widow and mother, 1878. So a lot of history there, a lot of stories. So this is Sarah Lecky, widow of John James Lecky, who died in Ballykeely, February the 21st, 1895, and she was 90. In memory of John Frederick Lecky, JPDL, son of John James and Lucia Lecky, died August the 6th, 1908, aged 82. This is in memory of John Rupert Robert Lecky, eldest son of John Frederick and Frances Lecky, died October 10th, 1908, aged 53. And this is in memory of Colonel Frederick Beaucamp Lecky, DSO, Royal Horse Artillery of Ballykeely, second son of John Frederick and Frances Lecky, died November the 15th, 1928, aged, and I think that is possibly 70. And we've just one more here. And this is in memory of Molly Rosamond Evelyn Grace, Assistant Section Officer, WAAF, wife of Raymond Grace and third daughter of Major General or St. C. Lecky, BCMC, killed while flying on active service, June the 14th, 1942, aged 34. And that is Molly, and I will definitely put up a picture of Molly and the plane as well. So really, really interesting. A lot of history just lies here. Only a few simple headstones, but it's actually on a busy main road from Ballin to Carlow, and it's just completely walled. You'd actually pass it if you didn't know it was here. And I have looked and searched for this place so many times, and yet when you find it, it is so easy to find. So beautiful. The whole place is gorgeous. There's more walled area there, but I don't think there's anything in there. This is all part of the estate of Ballykeely, as I said. And as I said, any information I'm going to get, I will excuse me, put it on. So guys, I have done, I don't know how many vlogs today, all around Carlow, in or around Carlow area. But this one was kind of on the list for a long time. So I'm glad I finally found it, and I'm able to bring it to you. So with that being said, guys, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.